Hi friends, it's a new day, and for me it's a new year in my life because yesterday I turned 34. That is a 3 with a 4 next to it. Anyway, I wanted to get on here and I wanted to go through just some of the super sweet things I got from people for my birthday. I am not a bragger, and I know that kind of is what these videos feel like, but it doesn't come from that in my heart at all. It comes from just like a spirit of feeling overwhelmed and grateful that I am at this point in my life where I have this many people to thank for gifts, because my circle has always been just like really small. And this last year, just being a part of the booktube and bookstagram community, I feel like my circle has grown in a way that all of those relationships are genuine. This is just a video that is an opportunity for me to say thank you in person. And also, some of these gifts really do help in helping me continue to create content. As a teacher, I'm sure some of y'all know, teachers in America, we aren't paid a lot of money. And a lot of us are just like surviving paycheck to paycheck. And sometimes that means I'm buying books when I probably shouldn't be buying books. And so the books that I received that I'm going to show you today help me continue to create content and reading vlogs and book reviews. And I'm just so thankful. You know, also like we like to show off our books. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I also got a couple of gifts that were not books, so we're gonna start with those. The first gift I wanted to show off is from my friend Amy on Instagram. I will leave everybody's Instagram handles and YouTube handles and that kind of thing linked down below so that you can also go check them out and support them, because they are all wonderful, beautiful people. But Amy got me this beautiful fall mug that is glass with pumpkins. It is the perfect size for a double shot of espresso with some steamed milk. And then she also sent me, I put these on my wish list as kind of like a joke, but not really because I'm obsessed with them. So some Nerd gummy clusters. It came in a pack of 3. I just don't want to open all of them. So Amy and then Kindle from Bookforia actually both sent me a little pack of Nerd gummy clusters, my favorite reading snack, my favorite little energy booster. So thank you so much, guys. If y'all haven't tried Nerd gummy clusters, specifically the blue bag, you are missing out on like one of the most delightful experiences of your life. So please go try these. My best friend's mom, Miss Teresa, got me a candle, and I'm so thankful. And this is actually perfect because I had recently gone to Bath and Body Works when they had their $5 single wick candles, and I bought a ton of fall candles. And so once I've burned through all of my fall candles, it's gonna be time for like harvest, Thanksgiving, and Christmas type scents. And so she gave me this red apple wreath from Yankee Candle, and it literally smells like the holidays in a jar, and it's a huge candle, so it's gonna last me like all Christmas season, and I'm so excited. So thank you, Miss Teresa. I love it so much. And then the last non-bookish gift is from my dad, and I've done one with him so far. I ran the Louisiana Half Marathon in 2020, like literally right before the world shut down in January of 2020, and I have gone through 2 pairs of running shoes since then, and I require a very specific running shoe because I have super narrow feet and I have ankles that are prone to rolling, and so I have to get a shoe with stability support built in. And my favorite shoes are the Hoka Gaviotas, and they just came out with the new model, the Gaviota 5s, and it was time for me to replace my shoe. So when my dad asked me what I wanted for my birthday, I wanted something I could first of all enjoy and talk about with him, which is running, but I also really needed new shoes because my feet are in bad shape and they hurt all the time from teaching and trying to run, and I'm trying to get back into running. I was doing it very consistently up until that half marathon, and then COVID kind of like got me out of the habit, and I've been slowly trying to make my way back up to being a runner again. And good shoes are like the key to being able to start a successful running hobby or career or whatever it is you want to do with running. But I would really like to run with him again. He's doing the Jackson Hole Half Marathon in Wyoming this summer, and I think I have enough time to try and train for that. So I love my new Gaviotas, and also I love the color. My last pair were black and white, and that's boring, and these are beautiful and have all my favorite colors in them. So thank you, Dad, for my shoes. I'm gonna take them out on a spin later, and they're so comfortable, y'all. If you've never put a Hoka on your foot, it is like walking on a cloud. Do they look kind of ridiculous? Yes. Does anybody care? No, because they're worth it. Now let's get into books. starting with the one that I got and I'm already reading. That is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I am actually buddy reading this with the person who gifted it to me, and that is Elise at A Virgo Rising Reads. I have been wanting to read this for a really long time, and I just read The 7-Year Slip by the same author, and I loved it. I think I gave it 4 stars. So I'm really looking forward to this one. This book is my in-person book club read for the month of September. I recommended it to the book club, so I hope everybody loves it. But so far, the vibes are amazing. I'm about a third of the way into the book. There's funeral homes and the South and talks of the publishing industry and a girl that can see ghosts who is also dealing with a lot of grief in her own life. So I don't want to ruin anything, but so far I'm really enjoying the book. I'm tabbing it a little bit, but mostly I'm just trying to like enjoy the experience of reading it, but I want to have things to talk about. So I'm really enjoying this. Thank you so much, Elise. It means so much to me. And she's like the sweetest person, y'all. Please go follow her channel. Next up, this gift was from Chanice, who is just so sweet and so supportive of me and so many other people. And she had actually sent me a message not long ago about the Mistborn series. So she picked up the first book in the second series of Mistborn, which is The Alloy of Law. Mistborn is my favorite fantasy series, I think, of all time. I think I can say that. I think it's my favorite of all time, but I haven't gotten into the second series yet. And this follows Wax and Wayne in kind of a more Western inspired world than the first Mistborn was. I love the magic system. I love the way Brandon Sanderson writes these characters and these relationships and the found families that we find in Mistborn. And I'm really excited to get into this second series. Fall is kind of where I start to want to pick up these more epic adult fantasies, and so I can't wait to dive into this one. So thank you so much. It's also, these new editions of the Sanderson books are like the perfect floppy books. So thank you so much. And also this cover is just very autumnal, isn't it? Ooh, okay. This next book is part of a series that I've been wanting to read for a really long time. I heard a lot about it a couple years ago, and then the new series in this series has been coming out. And this is from my friend Hannah at the Teachers TBR, fellow teacher, fellow friend. Go support her. Teachers need all the love we can get. But this is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Like I said, I've been wanting to read this forever. I know it's kind of sci-fi, adult. I kind of heard the tags Hunger Games in space, but I don't know how accurate that is. But regardless, I know people love this series, and I am so excited to dive into it. And again, another perfect floppy back book. I don't want to know too much about this going in. I just want to like be immersed in the world the second I pick it up. So thank you again, Hannah. I'm so thankful for you and for this gift. Thank you. This next one is from Keisha, who is just like genuine. I love her to death. She shares Jesus consistently on her Instagram, which I'm so thankful for. And she is all about spreading sunshine. And let me tell you, when I opened up this gift, it spread sunshine into my heart. And that is the book Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. The tags that I've heard to go with this book are like Bridgerton, but with fae and romance. And I'm so excited to read it. This has been on my TBR. I've been looking out for this book. I've been excited to read this book since I saw Reagan from Peruse Project read it in a vlog like a year ago. And I don't know if I want to save it for spring or if I just want to go ahead and dive into it. But again, I'm so excited for this one, Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. 2023 has been the year of Abby Jimenez for me. I loved both Part of Your World and Yours Truly. Yours Truly just really resonated with me. The anxiety rep in that book was immaculate. I fell in love with that male main character, but even more so, I fell in love with Abby Jimenez's writing. And I think it was through that book that I ended up making a lot of friends because I was able to discuss it with them. And one of those friends was sweet Kendall over at Bookphoria. And she said when she saw that I had an Abby Jimenez book on my wish list, this is the one that she wanted to get me. And Kendall's birthday is coming up soon. I know this, just saying. Her birthday is coming up soon too. We're both September babies. But anyway, this is The Friend Zone, and I'm so excited to read this one. I don't want to know that much going into it because I feel like when I read about characters on the back of a romance book, they become characters to me, and I want them to feel like people, and I like to do that through meeting them in the book. But I do know this book deals with some heavy topics regarding infertility, and that is not something that I'm going through, but some people very close to me are going through. And so I feel like this one is going to hit pretty hard. So thank you so much, Kindle. Then from my sweet friend Liv at Liv's Library, this is just like making me so excited to go into October. I don't know if I'm going to read this book in September or October, but I know it's going to be soon. That is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I'm so excited about this book. Elle from Elliot Brooks talked about how it was one of her favorite books, and she is more of like an adult fantasy, like hardcore epic fantasy reader, and the fact that she loved this one, a more like cozy fantasy, makes me so excited. It's about a woman who's like really a witch, but she's also pretending to be a witch on YouTube to teach people about stuff, but then she gets called to be a tutor to some young witches, and I think there's a romance and found family. The cover is so Halloween, so spooky. I'm so ready to dive into this one just head first. Like I said, it's either going to be September or October, and I can't wait. And this author has a new one coming out that looks very spring. So if you haven't heard of that one, be on the lookout for that one too. And then my best friend in the whole entire world, we just have a tradition of always getting each other books. We've done this for the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, Christmas and birthdays. It's just always books. And last year for Christmas, he got me a signed book by my favorite author, Frederick Bachman. If y'all don't know, if you haven't seen me read A Man Called Uva over the summer and just fall into a puddle of tears, that video is out there somewhere. But he got me The Winners by Frederick Bachman. I love these covers with the Northern Lights, but like I said, he got me this for Christmas, and it is a signed copy. And I've read Beartown, which is the first in this series, but I didn't have the middle book, which is Us Against You by Frederick Bachman. And so when he asked me for a list of books that I might like this year, obviously I put that one on the list so that I could round out my series and finish reading it. And that is the book that he got me from our local bookstore. I don't know that you can see that. Maybe. Lemuria. Anyway, he got me the second book in the series. So now I have Beartown, which I've already read, Us Against You, and The Winners. Frederick Bachman writes the most heartfelt contemporary literary fiction, and it doesn't matter what he writes about, I'm going to read it and love it. I've read A Man Called Uva. Anxious People, I think, is my favorite book of all time. I loved Beartown. It was a much darker read, but he still writes with the same like humor and connection to humanity, and it makes me so excited to finish the series. So I need to do a little recap and like refresh my mind on all the things that happened in Beartown, because it was a lot. And then this is the middle book, and then this is the final book, and I think I want to wait until like December, January, February, when it's actually cold in Mississippi, to read these books. But I'm so excited. Like I said, Frederick Bachman is my very favorite author of all time. I would love to meet him and just thank him for what his books have done for me and read these. It's kind of like Ted Lasso, if Ted Lasso were Scandinavian and it was about hockey, but you also dove a little bit more into the personal lives of some of the players. That might be a really bad description, but it's also kind of the way I envision it when I read it, and everybody's reading experiences are personal to them. So that is what these books are to me. Regardless of whether you are just a casual watcher or somebody who interacts with me on Instagram or YouTube, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your support over the last like 6 or 7 months since I've started this little YouTube journey. You guys are what make it worth it to me to keep putting out videos, and just like from the bottom of my heart, if you want to see more bookish content from me, please make sure that you subscribe, like this video, leave me a comment. I love interacting with you guys down in the comments. And as always, my social media is linked down below, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye guys.